Well, guys, 4th of July was very eventful, and then we got hit by another heat wave that's supposed to last a couple more days. Today is Sunday, the 6th of July, and just got done. You can tell it's evening. I got a tiki torch going right now because I hosed down after giving the dogs a bath, and had to hose down after that because I was all soapy. And then, of course, I still had to be out here long enough to get everything watered. Our high today was 94 or 95, and it felt like 101. Everything got pretty droopy, so I gave it all a good watering. I'm leaching more water for morning because our water barrels are running a bit low. And neighbors are all coming home. Got a couple projects I want to try and get done tomorrow, so that's exciting. And we think we might have figured out what is going on with the dogs. They've been itching quite a bit lately. This happens every year around this time, and they're all inside right now, and it's kind of dark, so I can't show you, but first, when they itch, you think they have fleas, especially after the rain season. And then as the heat starts to hit, then you always think, okay, well, we got rid of the fleas. And we treat the yard with the DE, so that gets rid of the fleas. And then they itch, and we always think, well, maybe it's dust mites. Because we do live on the corner, so we do have a lot of action, and it is quite dusty. And then we've got the air running consistently, so of course it's going to pull all that dust from in the air in the house and move it around and collect it on the filter, and you know how that is. The same insane stuff. But that wasn't the case. So they've still been itching quite a bit. We've treated them with multiple different things that I do every year, home remedies. And it's gotten to the point now where they're itching so bad that they're itching or chewing raw spots on them, and they're losing their hair. So I'm not a vet, and we don't usually take our animals to the vet. We do everything organic. So I looked it up, and I was thinking of giving them a baking soda bath, but you have to put them in a tub or submerge them. And well, you guys all know how big my girls are, so that's not happening. Even to get them in a tote is impossible for me. That's the whole reason why we quit washing them in the bathtub, because I can no longer lift them. They're full size. So I looked it up on a couple different platforms, and it says that their issue could be what is called mange mite. And the whole reason that we don't use the Back 40 is because we know there are a couple of different parasites back there: fleas, ticks, lots of wild animals. And we've noticed over the last couple of years that there's a lot of trees and shrub that used to be back there that's died off. And we've actually got a couple of trees back there that are completely dead, and they're just standing there dead. So what I figured out is, so far, we're giving it a try. And I remember, usually every year, I don't keep track of the timeline, but usually every year I do use Dawn dish soap, and I will spray the yard. The setting on my hose is a shower setting. There's a lot of different ones, but I use the shower setting and dish soap, and I will go ahead and drip the dish soap in the shower setting as I hose down the yard with the dish soap, and that kills a lot of different parasites and critters in the yard, like fleas and ticks and mites and I don't know, all kinds of other stuff. But as soon as I read that, I was like, duh, that's the only thing I haven't done this year is dish soap the yard. So this evening, Ben went to work and I went ahead and dish soaped the girls, gave them a good bath, scrubbed them down real good, and rinsed them off. And then I went ahead and dish soaped the yard. And so we're going to wait and see how that goes. At the same time this evening, when I go in, then I will go ahead and spray the house down with some more thieves, like I always do. We'll try and get around to vacuuming tomorrow, but I do have a lot that needs to be done. Tomorrow's Monday, so of course, cat box needs to be done. I need to finish up the project in the front yard, put some more dirt down to level it out. I need to put some compost in the project in the front yard, and then what I'm going to do is I'll gather up a bunch of my marigold seeds that I've deadheaded periodically through the season, and I'm gonna sprinkle the marigold seeds over the compost, and I'll use the hose, I guess, and just sprinkle that so it's dampened. And then I will go ahead and use shredded paper to cover the soil, just because we have excess of we have a lot of shredded paper, so I might as well put it to good use. And it's cheaper than using the perlite or the vermiculite. So I'll go ahead and put the shredded paper over top of it and sprinkle that and dampen it and water it down so it stays. And that will start the process of the marigolds, because we've had such high temperatures and heat that all the seeds that I started in those little starter containers, out of all of them, only one has started to grow. So that's pretty much the gist of it. So we don't really have anything to transplant, so I'm just going to start more seeds. So we got that going on, and then of course we do have to tackle the flower bed and the banana tree and the wild grass that's growing. The grass is tall again, so of course I'll need to try and get out here to mow and weed whack. And I have to change the oil in the lawnmower before I weed whack and mow, just so that it's up to date and changed periodically. Every couple of months you got to change that. So I want to get that done too. Don't really know how, but I'll figure it out. So like I said, it's still warm out here. The neighbors, obviously, as you guys can hear in the background, are still setting off fireworks from a couple of different places. So I've still been putting down a couple of different oils that I use, essential oils that I use to keep the girls calm. Because I don't know if any of you guys know, but fireworks and thunderstorms do scare cats and dogs, and their ears are very sensitive. So, you know, you just want to make sure that they're being taken care of too, and they're not scared and traumatized. So, I do have the oil down for that, and they're doing all right. So we'll just wait and see what's going on. But I figured I better pop on here quick, give you guys a heads up on what's going on. It's been so hot that there's a lot that it's just too much, and I can't get out here to get much done. The sweat rag does help some, but and when it's frozen it helps a bit more. And then I figured that if I am not going anywhere, then I can go ahead and hose down and try and get a little bit more done out here, as long as it's not in the peak hours of the sun, and that way I don't get sunburned. But hosing down will help me cool off just a hair. So that's pretty much what the plans are. I hope you guys all had a wonderful 4th of July. I know we did. It was nice, and we didn't have any incidents, and everybody got along. So, and we were able to still see a show right here from not even had to leave the house. So that was good. So, and then yesterday, of course, was Saturday the 5th, July 5th, and it was televised on pay-per-view. Since we obviously can't fly to England, we were able to watch the Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne event on the pay-per-view for dimes on the dollar. It was quite cheap. I was very happy with the price of that. And so we were able to watch that live and just pay our respects to Black Sabbath, which is the one band that introduced rock and roll, or not rock and roll, heavy metal to the world. And of course, Ozzy Osbourne, this was his last performance due to his health conditions and everything. And his band will also no longer be performing due to their age and everything. I mean, we're not all spring chickens, and and they've been around for quite a while, so it's time for them to retire, which is understandable. And we did get the pleasure to actually watch that live and be a part of that, so that was really nice. And it was a great show, great performance by oodles of different people performing, musicians and bands, and just really awesome. So we did that yesterday, and that's why we didn't do a video, because we were busy attending that concert. So that's what we've got going on so far. I just figured I would pop on, go ahead and keep you guys up to date, let you know what's going on, what we have already done, and a couple of things that I have to do in the future. Not only to keep you guys informed, but if necessary, and I can't remember all the things that I want to get done tomorrow in the very next couple days, then I can always go back and watch this video, and that will remind me, although most of the time I really don't rewatch my videos. So it's like, to me, I feel awkward watching myself. And I sound different on video. I don't know if it's just me, because I can hear my own voice, and I know what I sound like, but when I watch the videos, it's like a different voice. It's my face, but it's a different voice, which is kind of weird. But I don't know. And like I said, I am out here at the picnic table. The neighbor's house is there. My house is right there. If I turn you, there's the corner and the street light and everything where I filmed the fireworks. So yeah, I'm just sitting out here enjoying a little bit of the slightly cooler weather and relaxing and enjoying the summer, and doing this video for you guys while I'm sitting here, so I'm not just wasting time and not being productive. At least I'm getting a video out and keeping you guys posted. I hope that you guys are enjoying my videos. I hope you all had a wonderful and safe 4th of July. And I guess we'll just call it short for now. Before too long, I got to get inside, and I need to finish up the dishes and the laundry while it's still cool, and see what else I can get done. Oh, and I got to spray down the house with some thieves to kill the mites and everything that might be inside. And like I always tell you guys when I'm mentioning products or items, no, I am not sponsored by anybody. No, I do not edit my videos. I have no clue how to do that. But I would like to be able to have some of my videos a little bit more edited so they look a little bit more professional. But it's just not in the works right now. So with that being said, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and cut this short. I'm going to sit here for a couple more minutes with my tiki going, because the skeeters are not eating me right now. And relax. Finish up my cocktail, and then go in and get some things accomplished in the house. So thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please make sure that you like and subscribe if you're not already. Liking my videos or any videos helps the algorithm so other people get to see them. That means that it's something that's interesting and it will be showed more frequently, so we can get, you know, all of us little people, entrepreneurs, can get noticed and acknowledged, because there's a lot of people out there that are interested and just don't know where to look, you know. So make sure that you like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I noticed on the 4th of July when I started posting the fireworks, I have 270 subscribers. So thank you very much, all of you. I truly appreciate that, and I'm very excited. Never thought that I'd have 270, let alone even 200 people watching me, but that's cool. So thank you, all of you. Thank you. And no matter what, remember, you are someone. You do matter. I love you. And we will see you on the next video. Until then, make sure that you have a great evening. Enjoy yourself. Make memories. Take care of yourself. So if you're in a hot area, make sure you're taking care of yourself, keeping hydrated. You don't overheat or have heat stroke. Be aware of the symptoms. If you're in a cold area, bundle up and stay warm. And I will see you all on the next video. Okay? Until then, ciao now.